Hey there, guys and girls and guys. Come on in. Welcome to Empire Season 6, Episode 8. Do you remember? Hey, the 21st time. Okay, that's showing my age a little bit. You guys stay tuned. We have a lot coming up your way. We have For the Love of Lucious. We have Bossy Investments. And Andre is Lyon. Don't you move.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yay!
Hey, everybody! What's up?
Happy holidays!
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving week.
And we wore our pumpkin shirts just for you guys.
I know, we didn't even plan this, y'all. We didn't. We were on the same brainwave this week.
Oh, yeah, we're super excited, man. With the holidays coming up, it's already in a great mood. I don't know about you, Haley. But thank you guys for coming in here and sharing some of your holidays with us. We are in episode 8 already. Time is flying. And we're going to get into Do You Remember? We're going to talk about For the Love of Lucious, Bossy Investments, and Andre is Lying. We're going to get into also some news and some special segments and predictions. A lot pretty much on your Thanksgiving plate today, okay? So make some room for a little dessert with us today. And of course, I'm not here by myself. Eating with me today also is Haley, who loves burnt orange because she's a huge UT fan.
False. Gig 'em.
Haley Graves,
Gig 'em all the
everybody.
way. Hey, everyone. Happy to be here. Excited to dive into this episode with Miss Trai. This episode, we'll get into it.
Yes, and like she said, I am Trai. One fun thing about me is I love ham more than turkey. I don't know.
Same. No, 100%.
Really?
100%.
So
every year, I'm the cook. I make ham over turkey.
Now, do you like your ham sweet or do you like your ham saucy? Yes.
Sweet with I'll even put some pineapples on it.
There must be a Texas theme because we like our ham. I went to someone's house on the East Coast, okay, and tried their ham and it was very salty, and I was like, "Where's the sweetness to it?" Okay, but what's even sweeter about this about holidays is this episode coming only a few days before Thanksgiving. So Haley, I'm gonna ask you right now, put all the pressure on you because our lovely co-host Tara is not in it at the moment. So I'm gonna ask you, what did you think overall about this episode?
So this episode was a little interesting for how I feel about it because overall I was into it. I was captivated. I enjoyed the episode, but then kind of reflecting back on it, I was also a little disappointed because not a whole lot happened for me. You know, they moved the needle a little bit with each storyline, but it was mostly just a lot of breadcrumbs. We didn't get a ton of meat on the bone.
I see what you're doing there, Haley. I like it.
I'm following your lead. But yeah, so we just didn't get a whole lot of meat on the bones of this episode, and we mostly just got a lot of gravy.
I love it. A lot of mashed potatoes. A lot of things were smushed in this episode, okay?
Yeah.
Starting off with For the Love of Lucious. Now, Lucious, I don't know if he has some potion sprayed on him, but right now he's a hot commodity, okay? Right now he's fighting for the love of Yana. Yep. Now, we've seen Lucious with quite a few love interests in the past. Do you feel as though his love with Yana is legit?
No.
No?
I definitely don't, mostly because of the fact that Lucious, I think right now, and I've continued to say this, he's struggling with who he is and he's struggling with his identity. And part of his identity has always been finding himself in a woman. Not to get too funny there,
but finding himself coming to women.
But but Lucious, again, he just always has a woman by his side, and it's he doesn't find any value unless he has a woman by his side, and that's what I kind of think, because he literally was just fighting for Cookie 2 episodes ago, and Cookie moves on, so he's like, dang, who's the next woman in line? And then now he goes running back to Yana, who kind of he only left because he was trying to get information about her dad out of her, and then it never really seemed like there was any true feelings, but now he's just running to her, and I just don't like it.
I think right now the reason, and listen, guys, we definitely need you guys to chime in the chat rooms right now. You know, you guys be our third host for the day for sure. But I think it's because, and you tell me if you agree, I think it's because Yana is the light right now in the midst of his darkness. Yeah. Everybody sees him as an animal. Cookie sees him as an animal. His mama sees him as an animal. White Tracy probably sees him as an animal. But Yana is this poor little innocent. I don't even know if I should call her innocent. But she cannot see the beast whatsoever. Do you think love made her blind, or do you think that Lucious really do have some good in him?
I think their time together, he probably wasn't all of the negative things we've seen Lucious to be. He probably wasn't manipulative. He wasn't conniving. He wasn't mean. He wasn't rude. He wasn't harsh. He was just this free spirit trying to be low key in life. And
the locks.
Yes, literally. Let's not bring those back. But that's what, like, I feel like maybe took on more Dwight characteristics when he was with Yana than actual Lucious characteristics. And then, but he, like, again, brought it back out because the whole reason why he was with her was for manipulative reasons.
True. And she knows she said somebody robbed Uncle Ray.
See, and like before, man, y'all, I got a prediction for you on this one, so I don't want to give it away, so make sure you keep watching. But yeah, something just feels off about it to me, to be honest, because I guess I'll say this. You can't be that chill knowing what he did.
Ooh, amen. I agree.
Yeah.
There's no woman scorned that bounces back that easily. Yep. And from what he did or what he done in the past to her, that is definitely one of those slap in the face type of moments. He left her and tried to go back to Cookie, whether that worked out or not. Whoo, you're right. I'm gonna say that for predictions, but I'm definitely gonna piggyback on that one.
Yeah, because
no way she's that happy.
The other thing about it is, like, maybe there's a part of me, and this isn't entirely, like, this doesn't have to do with my prediction, but, like, the only thing that I can validate her reasoning is that just that piece of her was so curious that she didn't get closure because he literally just up and left her in her hotel room. So I feel like coming back, seeing who he is, going through his whole city life and everything, like, that gave her enough closure to see, like, okay, this is why he left me. This is what he went back to. And that's all she really needed. And that's why she was able to ultimately make the decision to leave. But then we saw, of course, Lucious convince her to kind of stay as long as she doesn't lie to him. I don't know. I have theories there too. So
it's something's off though. I agree with
something
that one.
is off.
It makes me feel a little uneasy when I watch them together. But so we see the cat and mouse game just a little bit. So she comes to him in the middle of the night, or actually she comes to him the day before saying, Lucious, take me back. He's like, nah, man, I don't want to take you back, man. And then all of a sudden, when everyone else with estrogen turned their back on poor Lucious, Lucious couldn't find no other, I'm watching my language, when he couldn't find no other women out there, right? So then he goes back to her door-front, and then she tells him at this point, like, actually, we need time. Yeah. Now, did you think that's a little bit incongruent on the writing part of it? Like how in one episode, she's basically like, I want you back. And then when he comes back, she's like, actually, you know what? We need time.
Yeah, I thought it was a little different the way they're writing it, especially because it was like, even going even farther back, she was like, I want to feature with you. Let's go build our own empire on an island or whatever, yada, yada, she said. And then now she's like, I want you back. And then now she wants to take a step back. It's very inconsistent with what they're trying to do with the two of them. And I mean, we'll see where this goes.
But you're definitely not team Yashas?
Yana.
Luciana?
Lucious. Nah, I mean, sure. We can go with it. Yashas?
That sounds like a bad headache. I got some yashas, man. I'm just feeling yash. You have any pills right now? I feel I've been on the boat all day. I feel yashas.
They make me feel nauseous, so there we go.
Dang, Haley, you just... Listen, she's not for this. Now, do you like Cookie and Lucious?
I'm good with what they're doing with Cookie.
Okay.
I'm good there.
All right. Yeah, so Cookie's definitely out of the game right now. She's not in the battle for Lucious's heart. Nope. But the other runner-up is White Tracy. Now,
Crazy Tracy.
I've said in previous episodes. Now, first of all, White Tracy is coming off of heavy medication and rehab. Why is it in all of these episodes she doesn't have an itch or a scratch or a little bit of a twitch or something?
Yep.
She went from being comatose for numerous episodes, and now she's just walking around, just happy.
I got my ish together now, y'all. Yeah. Like
she owns half of a major empire. Like White Tracy has came up this season. So first of all, let's just give an applaud for she's White Tracy.
She's glowed up a little.
A little.
Okay, yeah, a lot. But it's just all fake. It's all fake. That's why I see right through you. Crazy Tracy. See right through you. Right through you, White Tracy. She can say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, you can't say it. I dare you. I dare you can't. But so she's definitely having the glow up of a century, the baby mama's dream, being part owner now, and et cetera, et cetera. So she goes, we see her in this episode, she goes to go blow the whistle. Well, actually not blow the whistle. There's a mixtape out where Shine is revealing, and we're still not too sure about what's the revelation, but he's revealing something about that happened with Philly Street. Yep. And Philly Street is a bad boy. Yeah. From what we see so far. And she was going to go run to Lucious basically to say, hey, Lucious, hey, watch your back. I found this. But instead, Lucious was with that other he was with that other Philistine. I don't know what to call her. He was with the other woman, basically. Yep. And she basically decided to not tell Lucious, what give him a heads up, basically.
Yeah, like speaking of a woman scorned,
yes.
She, first of all, we saw in previous episode that she's all giddy and happy because they're having lunch together, and she's like, I will show you that you need me. Or I remember she said something really, really creepy, and Lucious is playing along with it, like tolerating her, and because he knows that he needed her on his side, because remember, she was the one, yes, and so she took his back, whatever, when he needed it, and so he's playing the game with Tracy. However, she thinks that she actually has a shot with Lucious, and because that's kind of been her MO this whole season, is that she wants to be Cookie, she wants to be that figure in his life that she never got to be. And so that's why I think that's why she's like, in all honesty, keeping her focus, because she does have an addictive personality. And right now she's addicted to Lucious and addicted to making him hers, or just, I don't even know, because she flips a switch so often between being like, I want Lucious as my love, to I want him to burn. Like, it's just like, whoa, like, let's get our story straight a little bit.
Yeah. But White Tracy, I call her Tricky Tracy.
Oh, I like
Tracy,
that.
you like that?
I
Tricky
like that.
Tracy is up to no good as usual. She listens to the mixtape, and now she's signing with the other devil, because Lucious, to a certain extent, is a devil too. So she's signing with Philly Street at this point. Do you think that partnership will last, or do you think she's going to somehow?
So I actually liked kind of the notion and the gesture when we learned about Philly Street's story, and the reason why Lucious was bringing him to be a producer at Empire was because Lucious felt bad, because Lucious knew the talent that Philly Street had, and he knew deep down, like, Lucious's secret was that he was actually the one who robbed Philly Street, and then Philly Street went on to murder someone else for this robbing. Yeah. And so he felt guilty, basically. That's why he's brought Philly Street into Empire, trying to do his good deed, clean, or at least scrape some dirt off his conscience. And then now Tracy, being as malicious as she is, decides to, basically what I inferred from this tape was, Shine is outing Lucious as being the one that actually robbed Philly Street. And the fact, you can see it all over Philly Street's face. Like, he is angry.
Upset.
He is so mad. And because, like, in the same way that Cookie was always mad at Lucious because she thought her money was what built Empire, and then she went to jail for 17 years for Lucious, Philly Street feels the same way. Yeah. And now finding out that Lucious is the actual cause for all of it, man, I wouldn't be too happy either.
Now, we've seen so many villains, though. Are you really that threatened by Philly Street? We've seen a lot.
My
the
theory.
Boys.
You know my theory with all of this.
What is your theory?
Remember the, before getting to my prediction, I'll say it again, but they all going to gang up on him. That's
Everybody just take a chance, take a chance at
they're going to come up with some master plan powered by Tracy.
But White Tracy she's a
exactly. She's
addict.
Crazy. She can figure it out,
but she can't be that strategic. Come out with a big old.
Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know. Well, we definitely have to stay tuned for that. White Tracy, you definitely scare Haley, and she probably has confidence in you being this big mastermind. I think Tracy's gonna have a relapse at some point, possibly. But we definitely will have to see. And there's a lot of things you can see at AfterBuzz, not just Empire.
Yes. Other things you can see. We have so many shows here on AfterBuzz TV because we are the ESPN of TV talk, and we couldn't do what we love to do without the support of you. So make sure that wherever you're watching, you're subscribing to us, you're hitting that thumbs up, and also if you listen to us on any podcast, you're giving us 5 stars, giving us positive reviews because we love it. And we also appreciate how much you participate in the live chat. That makes our shows live. And we also want to give a huge shout out to Maria and Kevin for making this even happen. And we appreciate you. Keep listening, keep watching us. We appreciate it, as especially we go into this Thanksgiving break. I'm thankful for my time at AfterBuzz and for all of you who watch.
And that's spoken from the queen of AfterBuzz, okay? She has
I'm
about
on 5 shows, yeah.
So 10,000 shows on AfterBuzz right now. Click on any channel, comedy, drama, suspense, horror. You'll see, hey, I'm Haley Graves. She's that awesome. But coming up, we have Bossy Investments.
Yep.
Now, we've been knowing that Bossy Media have been in the red for a while.
Yeah.
They're one flat tire away from shutting down the corporation, right?
Facts.
And this new character pops up named Sarah, and Sarah is now the money wizard. Okay, so she could basically use something with IPOs and invest money and build their enterprise, right? So they invested about $10K and they flipped that $10K to $100K, and Becky at some point was basically like, okay, let's give them more. Now, at this point, what were you thinking? For them to invest the full $2 million and to go dead broke?
See, stuff like this makes me nervous in general, but I was like, okay, maybe if they do a little more, it'll be okay. But when Giselle was like, nope, we're doing all $2 million.
My heart was beating
This is
too.
what we have left. And I was just like, immediately when she said that, I was like, this is going to go south. There's no other direction they could take this other than it being bad.
Because it's a drama.
Exactly. Like, the only other thing that could have happened was, I don't know, they make this money and then somehow this lady ends up being a fraud and they're taken down that way. But
Either way,
that didn't happen. But yeah, I was like, this is not good. And especially because they like threw that other kind of dagger in there that Giselle did this without talking to Becky also.
Yeah.
Even though it paid off, but still that's just another kind of layer of their internal feud between how they're working with each other as partners.
Yeah, they're both big beasts in their own element. They're both very strong
And ambitious.
women, independent.
Yeah.
So they have to bounce off of one head somewhat. Yeah, at this point, it was a good twist, though, because I was like, oh, this is so predictable. We're going to get them invested $2 million and bye-bye Bossy Media. But instead, you know, she basically did not invest the money, and she lost $10 million. And I don't know if you've ever been poor before, but from what I hear, knowing you could be
I've
rich.
been a college student.
Yeah, I know. You know, all of us, I guess, have been poor for college for sure. But like, just knowing that you could have been rich is almost as worse than just being where you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, in anything in life, knowing what you've missed out on is always worse situation. Like, it's literally like the grass is always greener on the other side. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true.
They're only looking at what the money could have brought them, but we don't actually know if it could have been a good thing or not. But regardless, they lost out on it.
Yeah, that's the downfall for every like game show. Like shows like Let's Make a Deal.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like, I'll give you like maybe $10,000 right now to walk out the door, or I'll give you $500,000 and you could lose everything. It's like $500,000. You know what I mean? I would take the $10,000 possibly though.
Yeah, I think I would
not much
too.
of a gambler.
I'm not either. I'm much more of a safe. I take the safe route on things. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Giselle keeps it safe, and there's no money in the safe now. So basically, Bossy Media didn't make the right move on that one. But like, I agree with you though. If they would have made the move, I feel like Sarah would have taken it, or something would have happened.
Something would have happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're rooting for you, Bossy Media. A little sub-bar Bossy Media is Cookie.
Yeah.
Cookie found new talent in Melvin Austin, now Melody Austin. And we've been talking about this all season, how Empire is now introducing little side stories to like uplift the community, create awareness. And today we took on transgender.
Yeah, we did.
What did you think about that?
I've said all along, I love how Empire is really addressing these things. You know, we've addressed pro-life, pro-choice. And even in previous episodes, everything that Jamal went through, we're
HIV awareness.
HIV awareness. We're going through we've gone through PTSD. So there's so many things that Empire has done really well, and that I think introducing this storyline is really unique, and especially the way they did it this episode, because they gave us a flashback that we never really knew even existed.
Well, you did.
Well,
you caught it before.
I did. I'm incredibly observant, so I picked up on the cues early on before the flashback actually happened. But I think it's really bold and it's really incredible to show kind of even the growth that, to me, it kind of was a little symbolic in showing the growth that even as a society that we've had. Because think about years ago,
a decade ago,
yeah, like there was no talking about it, there was no addressing it. You made like people that are trans felt belittled and they didn't want to come out, and the same thing we see in the flashback. But now we live in a society that we're adapting, we're evolving, we're accepting, and I think that's really incredible the way that they did it. And not to mention Lucious's performance. This was the most mature we've seen Lucious, and I thought that they addressed it in the right way.
And very tasteful. Because situations like this can be very taboo slightly, and it can be very sensitive. And, you know, you don't want to point it out a little bit earlier, but I didn't even catch it until it was the time. Like, I was just eating my popcorn like, oh, okay. And I was like,
I tried to tell her. She was like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
She's good. Yeah, she's good. So, I thought they did a great job of introducing it. You know, I would say out of all the different previous ones, this one, I wonder if they're going to keep pushing it, because I remember for HIV, that was a runner for a few episodes. And then pro-life was definitely a runner for a few episodes. I wonder if it's going to just be a one episode isolated event, or will they kind of go into her story more and create even more awareness?
I don't know necessarily that like we'll go into her past story, but I do think that they will keep her as a character. I want to say back at the beginning of October, I remember seeing articles that the actress, her name is Alexandra Gray, that she will become a reoccurring character. That was when we first saw her. And so I think that's for sure how it's going to be. I think they might dive into more who she is now and how she'll be as an artist with Cookie rather than focusing on everything that she's been through.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That was good. Good job, Empire. But they're always great at that. Always great at bringing, pushing the culture that way. And we're also going to talk about Andre is Lyon. Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes. Okay. All right. Because listen, I'll be thinking up at least hours before. No, I'm just joking. It took 10 minutes to think that up. But Andre is lying. Okay. So Andre is basically turning into his father. Do you think he's a better version of Lucious or a worse version of Lucious?
I think that if it wasn't for Kingsley and his crazy episodes right now, Andre would be a better person. I think that Kingsley is the one that's bringing out the bad lion in him.
But Kingsley is just him.
This is true. This is true. This is like
dead.
No, you're right. This is like his like suppressed thoughts that he's having because of his just
unbalanced.
Yeah,
his
everything
secret
that's
hatred.
yeah, like everything that's going on internally with Andre. He's created this persona of Kingsley to kind of inspire him to do evil things, and he's where he used to push it away and suppress it. He's now letting it completely come to life and actually control his decisions, as we saw in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Andre, man. I don't know if it's a medication imbalance or he needs to have it reorchestrated a little bit because he needs more medicine. But I mean, oh my God, like he keeps falling off the wagon a little bit. And the ironic part is he's married to a nurse.
I know.
How are you doing your worst right now medically while you're married to a nurse?
Yeah, and she's like really like his light also. Like she's the only reason I think that there's even a piece of him left.
Time out.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
You guys keep going.
Okay. That was Jonathan in the booth. He just wanted to say
producer.
hi. He just wanted to say hi to you guys. But yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Andre. Besides that, we hope he gets some help eventually. Actually, that makes for, I guess, the good storytelling.
Yeah, I don't
want to
know.
see him kill his dad anymore.
Because again, like Terry keeps bringing out the good in him repeatedly. Like she's keeping him grounded. She's that rock he can kind of stand on to somewhat stay good. But
yeah, there's no woman alive that could completely keep Andre straight,
Sane.
in my opinion. He did Mother Mary. Yep. He did Imaginary Woman for a season. I mean, oh gosh. I don't know what's his solution, but he needs to figure it out. I thought maybe becoming a dad would change that. Yeah.
Which we haven't really seen his son in
at all.
Yeah.
Poor, I don't even know where this kid is. This is a myth kid on top of everything else. We've never seen this baby. And how is it she just had a baby like a month ago and her stomach is flat? How do you have a six-pack after a month?
Some people bounce back. She looks
Empire.
good.
Listen, let's keep this thing let's keep this thing literal, okay? You know, make me have low self-esteem looking at this chick, you know. But basically, Andre, we just gonna see how that's gonna play out a little bit more. He comes up with this huge scheme about setting up the new artist, which is Prophetic. And he does an underhanded, a little bit scheme, basically. He sets him up with an underage young girl and then saves the day.
Yes.
Which I thought was kind of cliche. What do you think?
Yeah, I honestly, when that scene occurred, I didn't think that Andre had anything to do with it. I was just like, I thought it was going to be kind of an Empire situation where it happened and then he was going to kind of mold it over, not him actually be the cause and then the solution as well.
I saw him being the cause though.
Okay.
I knew they were going to be like, all right, here's your check. You know, I just knew that part was going to happen. But I just like, okay, Empire, that's kind of, kind of cliche. But maybe there's some people out at home who I guess agree with you. It's like, we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's a drama for a reason.
But I like the way he said it though. He's like, I instill fear basically, my dad manipulates people by instilling fear. I get people on my side by making them a friend. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah, so he's like literally he's learning from what Lucious did inadequately and he's making it like positive, I guess.
So now the guy owes him a favor type of thing.
Yeah.
Good job, Andre.
Yeah, way to kind of loophole in that.
He may have less of body count now. We don't know. Moving on to the news for this week.
Yes, so in news for this week is about Miss Actress Sayrie. So she actually, when she is not on Empire, she is doing other things like promoting Rihanna's Savage by Fenty lingerie line. She posted this Instagram video this week, which has some viewing pleasures to it.
There you go, guys. You guys
let's
enjoy
check it
that at
out. Let's check it out.
Enjoy.
Yep, she's a stunner, isn't she? And she makes it cute by putting on a jumper.
So wait, is
Low-key, song's a jam.
It is nice. So now is it Rihanna's hoodie too, or just
I
the
don't
bra?
think so. Just just the first
The
outfit
rest was
she's
just
wearing.
flavor.
Yep.
The rest was just hey. Okay,
Yep.
I got you.
Yep, the rest was just her being like, okay, I'm still cute too.
And I'm still
yeah.
fly. Gotcha. All right, Soraya. Good job, Soraya. In your onesie.
So that's
Okay.
our news. Yeah, she's doing big things outside of Empire as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how many artists are going to push through and advance to different careers and branch off a little bit. So kudos, Soraya.
Yep.
That's actually close to my name. Soraya.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Maybe I should
these
try it
ones are
on.
close.
You know, maybe I should put one on, Haley, and just jump around. Okay.
Let us know in the comments if you want to see that.
Don't let us know. Don't let us know. Next week. No. And also coming up next, we have the "Oh no, you didn't" moment.
Oh no, he did.
No, oh, that's it. That's all.
That was it, yeah.
Oh no, you didn't. I'll start off on this one.
Okay.
My "Oh no, you didn't" moment would have been, let's see. I guess it would be I don't want to give her so much credit, but I would guess, just for lack of other things to say, I would say the White Tracy move.
Okay.
When she decided to turn up, but it's predictable. But I guess that's the best "Oh no, you" gas moment for me.
My gas moment was when Cookie kind of had the audacity to call Lucious over and say, like, get here, it's important, and then have this artist who Lucious dismissed in Melody. And then when she gave him the ring and said, this should cover the $1.2 million she owes to Empire. And I was like, Cookie done. And Cookie is
that was
done.
good. That was
Yeah.
good. Because that's so many different layers there.
Yep.
It's like, I'm giving you back your ring because I'm no longer your wife.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to sign an artist, like I'm citing your failure or something. That's deep.
Yep.
That's deep.
And then
deep,
especially,
deep, deep.
and then it was like really beautiful when they were in studio and she's like, they have the shot of her like touching her hand and recognizing the fact that her wedding ring isn't there, but you see this like sense of satisfaction and almost like she's proud of herself, and you can see it in her face that she's like, this is weird, but all right, I'm doing this, like, and I'm okay.
Well, to be fair, she hasn't had the ring for years. You know what I mean? She just got the ring, sis. Calm down. You just got the bag, sis.
It's symbolic.
Yeah, I get it. But you was locked up for what, 14 years? There was no ring on your finger. Not one ring.
It was symbolic.
Okay, and then when you came back out of prison, you still didn't have a ring. You know, so don't act like it's just an ish line. It's not even a tan line. It hasn't been on there so long. It's just your same complexion, okay? So relax, Cookie. But I got it. But it's symbolic. And I thought it was beautiful the way that was the thing she bought the girl with. Well, I don't want to say bought her, but she bought her contract,
kind of,
bargained her contract with. Kudos to Cookie. Cookie now doesn't have a ring on it. So we're going to get into a little bit of predictions.
Yes. So, okay. My two biggest predictions, they'll kind of end up like lacing together a little bit. First one is going to be about Yana. So I actually think that after Lucious left and Yana figured out what he did, I think that she went to her dad and confessed, like, hey, I've been with Lucious, this is all my fault. And I think the two of them are actually conniving together, and he sent her, and so that's why she's getting to know him, because she's discovering all the things that are most important to Lucious. Because she keeps reiterating, I want to know your soul, I want to know you. And I think it's because she wants to find the thing that's most important to him and figure that out, because it's obviously not Cookie anymore. And so I think they're kind of conspiring together. And I think her decision to stay is going to ultimately kind of be one of these things that I do think her feelings for him will become genuine, and I think she will end up being conflicted about what to do. But ultimately, I think she'll take her father's side in all of this, and they will kind of be part of my next prediction of the whole overarching people who hate Lucious club.
Not this again.
Because they keep doing this to us. There's been so many episodes. The episode with Freda Gatz, the episode with like the very, very beginning with this man that Lucious kind of screwed over, and he's holding that one record from them in front of their house, to now this episode we see Warren.
2, 3.
And we see Warren, and he's like, I'm gonna do, it was creepy, what did he say? He was like, I want what Diana wants, make them pay with blood.
Yeah.
And so I think and it's like their whole family's having this like cult meeting about how to take down the lions with this creepy painting of Diana and her son. And so I think that they're all going to somehow end up linking up because their stories are all starting to overlap under this overarching I Hate Lucious club.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I mean, if all of his enemies got together in one room,
that's what I'm saying.
It would have to be held at like the Staples Center.
Yeah, because it's
not enough room.
And then so the reason I think it's going to be all of them is because there's a reason they're reminding us of everyone that he wronged. But then additionally, we see in this was the first time they gave us more than just the gun shooting Lucious, because he says, "Oh, I see you grew some balls now," or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I think the only person he could say that to, maybe Warren, but I think it would be Crazy Tracy.
I think it's a man, so I would say it is.
I guess
Andre.
Yeah, we saw the hand. Okay,
I would think it's Andre.
See, I kind of do too, but I feel like he knows that Andre's like grown a pair. You know, like in the way he stepped up, he's killed people. Like Lucious knows these things. Like he knows his son has a pair. So.
And the fact, and if you see that, it seems as if Cookie runs out right before it happens.
Yeah.
So I feel as though she's fleeing from someone. So that might be.
Well, we see the note too, which we didn't see before. Remember, there's a note taped on Cookie's steering wheel, which we didn't get to see what the note said, but.
So I feel like she knows what's going on. She basically witnesses it and runs out.
Yeah.
So whoever this person is, she's afraid. And I feel like maybe it's not Andre just from that fact, because if it's Andre, she shouldn't be afraid of her own son.
Agreed. But then it could go back to being Tracy, who pretty much hates them both. Has always thought, because
like
hold on. So I think because Tracy has always wanted to be Cookie, et cetera, we get a little preview, which I think they're really just teasing us. I don't entirely believe what I'm about to say, but in the previews for next week's episode, we see Cookie saying, "I will always love you." And I just feel like that's going to have something to play into it. You know, like it could be a thing where eventually, because in Ultimate Empire Passion, wow, I can't speak. In Ultimate Empire Fashion, where they think, and they've made us believe that Cookie and Lucious are done. Let's be honest, they're just not going to be done. They can't end this series without Cookie and Lucious actually
being together, right?
Being together. And so I think Tracy will end up being very angry about all of this.
Okay. And now I'm leaning towards Damon, because the fact, and I'm thinking maybe that's the one who also tried to blow up her car. Yeah. I don't see Andre footing that bill just yet.
Agreed.
So I guess we're going to have to tune in, guys. Guess you have to just keep tuning in every week for the next 2 weeks.
Until the finale.
To the finale, and I believe there's going to be 18 episodes in total.
Yeah.
So we're just getting cooking. We're about halfway in there for sure.
I'm thinking about cooking.
Yeah, I'm thinking about cooking today. I'm excited. A Southern Thanksgiving, definitely gonna put some meat on your bones. So I'm excited about that. And where can they find you, Haley?
You can find me on Twitter at Haley1 Graves 2, and on Instagram, Haley Graves with 2 S's. That's HALEY GRAVESS. And my only show right now that's not on hiatus is this one, and I'll be back here on Thursday nights to do legacies for the next 2 weeks. Additionally, every week I do a fun segment called NFL Social Media Blitz, so make sure you watch that to catch up with everything happening social around the NFL.
Nice. And I am Funny Sarai on Instagram. I have a little bit of accent ins and out for this episode. Instagram, FUNNYSAYRIE. Also as well on Twitter, and on Facebook it's Sarai Comedian. But you guys check it out. There's a lot of good stuff going on. And until next week, we bid you adieu. Enjoy your Thanksgivings. Love your family. Be thankful for so much. And we are super thankful that you tuned in today. And we can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, everyone stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.